we go. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Oh god.
The flashback of the guy trapped is actually inspired by true events. During the bubonic plague outbreaks, people were buried so quickly that it was not always checked that they were probably dead. This meant that people sometimes woke up, finding themselves locked up, entombed, surrounded by corpses. Scratches on doors and walls of such rooms have been found, confirming that it did happen. As with the cistern, this takes the player closer to Daniel's dark past. It was important here that the corpses did not have the normal gory shock value, but was more true to reality and disturbing. We really wanted to approach this stuff with respect and not just show it in an exploitative fashion. I hope that shows when you play the game.
What do you mean, Cordell? Why'd you say oh? I fear for Daniel, for he is reckless. He is tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I have to do unto him what Agrippa did unto me. Because of what the guy said? What about what he said? The bubonic plague. Nice accent. Oh, thank you. You should see my Mass Effect 2 upload of, I think it was called Time for a Heist or something. You should see the accent I did there. I thought it was funny. What's that noise? Oh, hello. Is that all that's in here? It's just a pile of naked bodies. I heard growling. Okay, that's done. Okay, wait. Freaking. No place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home.
The flashback of the guy trapped is actually inspired by true events. During the bubonic plague outbreaks, people were buried so quickly that it was not always checked that they were probably dead. This meant that people sometimes woke up, finding themselves locked up, entombed, surrounded by corpses. Scratches on doors and walls of such rooms have been found, confirming that it did happen.
Wait, what was I supposed to do in there? Oh my god. Water? And what do I need? I have a glass jar, a cup. She would tell me what I need. That would feel. But my phone is broken, and I don't have it, so I can't exactly look things up right now. This way is this. My face. Oh.
Whatever it takes.
What?
Alexander along with Daniel makes up the foundation for the entire story. Together they make the core conflict. There was a lot of background for this character as he is in a sense the villain, so I wanted to do everything that I could to make him likable and have people sympathize with him. It's just the best way to make a bad guy. If we can have the player feel for their opponent, they might start questioning their own actions. Alexander's story is quite interesting in its own right, but in the end it was important to have the story deal with the relationship between Daniel and Alexander. That's why there is so much about the last few weeks and so little about the history of Alexander. Because after all, since we're playing Daniel and he seemed to want to get back at Alexander, we the player want to know how bad he really was and decide for ourselves if we think he should be punished.
I guess I have to actually read these, maybe. Okay. Oh, wait. Wait. Ah. Okay. I know what to do now. Wrong button. Crap. Oh God. I didn't. Wait. What do I do? I don't know what to do. No mementos are available. Did I do it? I think I did it, I guess. It's the wrong door. Oh God. Oh God. Ow. Oh god. Anyway, give me 1 second. Okay. Do I have the cure? I don't have anything. I thought I turned the brightness up. Okay. Is there a sewer monster? Something like that. Oh god. Gross. Ew.
Somehow, every adventurer finds himself in a sewer at some point in his life, and Daniel is no different. Usually these levels tend to be a bit dull, but this one turned out rather okay. It's quite a step up from the last sewer level I did in Penumbra Requiem. It was supposed to be a blue tinted level, with a feeling of being cold and damp, but it stood out too much to really fit in with the other levels. We settled for a green tint on the brown dungeon set, as it worked nicely as a transition between the system's green stones and the brown torture nave level.
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go! Please, don't take me! Nobody ever returns!
This here was my first job at scripting a puzzle. I must say that I like working on scripts. But that's probably because I love anything that looks or feels like programming. Scripting puzzles does not involve just writing a plain script. You also get to edit entities, create particle systems, set up stuff like areas and entities in the level to support the script. It is actually a lot of fun, and it allows for quite a bit of creativity. This particular puzzle is about having to jam a can of water mill to be able to get through it. But it first needs to be slowed down somehow.
I hate the sequence. I already hate it a lot. The feeling. Well,
This is the machinery that controls the mill rotation speed. There is not much to say about this part, just a couple levers that change some values when moved, and do stuff when the right value is set. As you might already know, playing around with the combination of both levers, you can notice a background sound changing. At the time of working on this, there was no proper sound available for this background sound, so I just picked some placeholders from what was in there already. I thought that creaky sound that is heard when the elevator falls down would do a nice one for the medium speed. How wrong I was. It was unbearable to say the least. So I just ended up removing all placeholders and leaving a to-do note in the script.
crap, okay. save. I'm hungry.
This pipe you see here can be broken to be used later to join the mill. It is actually a model with two bodies joined by a hinge joint. To do this part of the puzzle, I first made it so you could break the joint at some point when pulling, but this just felt really strange. So I just asked James how we were doing this kind of stuff in the game, and he told me to just add some area that counted hits in the script. So every time the pipe collided with this area, certain variable was increased by 1. If you enable the debug window, you can see this area with activating the draw physics debug option. When this variable reached a given value, it triggers the breakage of the pipe, spawning the broken pipe item, and that's how it works.
I just got a couple of ideas. Come on. Remind me. That scared me. should be good. Oh god. Crap. Close. Oh, shut up, game. Open up. Oh, what? Crap, I think I see him. Oh god.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
When I was looking at the concept art of Brute Monster, I thought that it should sound like one long tone, which is coming from the tube. Because it doesn't have mouth, it should sound like hollow thing, which can't make clear and complex vocalization. Firstly, I recorded lots of different kind of dogs and I edited them to play as one tone. I had lots of discussion with Jens and I think I got the right idea, but there was feeling that it was coming too close and it wasn't scary and blah blah blah. So it wasn't really scary. It was just big mess. I think I made something like 5 or 6 different versions, but problems didn't go away. Finally, I just removed the dog sounds and used my own voice. I made it with old metal sync, speaking through the tube and putting the microphone in front of the sync. And that way I got more control on the vocalization, and tube kind of sound was natural because it was coming from actual tube. I think Brute's movements were the easiest ones for me. I knew from the beginning how I wanted it to sound. I wanted it to be very metallic, since it has lots of metallic things in its body, and it should be very heavy, scary guy. I was a little bit worried about how the high-pitched screeching would work, but it actually turned out great with the music, because the music is very low frequency and movement is high frequency, so there is nice spectre of sound. Together they make Brute even scarier.
Oh god. Okay, there's dead grunt on the floor. I don't know what to do, and I feel really sick, because this is, oh god, okay. So, I thank you guys for coming by, and I'll see you guys next one.